Hey, it's Brandon Vogt again, author of several best-selling books, including Return: How to Draw Your Child Back to the Faith, and the content director for Bishop Robert Barron's Word on Fire Catholic Ministries. I really hope you've been enjoying our free video series on becoming a confident Catholic. I hope you're learning a lot of new things. But let me ask you something important. All of us Catholics feel pressured from time to time. We're talking with friends when suddenly the conversation turns toward controversial religious or moral topics, and everyone looks at us, and we don't know what to say. You ever been there? We also feel hostility all the time because we march out of step with the surrounding culture. You feel it, I feel it, most Catholics feel it. I know what it's like. You're nervous, you're afraid, you're tongue-tied, you don't know what to say or how to respond. But ask yourself this, am I happy with that? Am I satisfied just remaining nervous and quiet, hoping that whenever hard situations come up, I can just wiggle my way out or wish them away? You don't want that. None of us does. We don't want to be scared. We want to be confident. But to become a confident Catholic, a few things need to happen. First, we need to learn what's holding us back, what's making us nervous. That's what we learned in video number 1. Second, we need to master a few simple tactics to rely on whenever our faith is under pressure. And that's what we learned in video number 2. But there's one more thing we need, and it's the most important thing of all. In fact, it's the ultimate secret to becoming a confident Catholic. And you know what it is? It's clarity. Clarity. Remember from the earlier videos that clarity breeds confidence. Clarity breeds confidence. You're confident about something when you're clear about it. The most confident people in the world are not the smartest people. They're not the smoothest talkers. They're not the bravest people. The most confident people are those who know exactly what they believe and exactly how to explain it to others. Let me give you a great example of a confident Catholic. One of the most confident Catholics I know is a young man named Ryan Anderson. Ryan is a tireless advocate for the truth about marriage. He regularly writes papers and books defending traditional marriage, and he travels the country visiting college campuses and colloquiums to debate same-sex marriage advocates. Now, even though Ryan's views on marriage are increasingly unpopular, after all, he holds the traditional view of marriage, the same one that the church teaches, Ryan is almost never rattled. He's always confident and he's always clear. In one of his most impressive displays, Ryan was invited to appear on CNN's show, Piers Morgan Live, to have a spirited debate with the host, Piers Morgan, and another guest, the financial guru Susie Orman, who is an outspoken lesbian. Now, the audience for the show was mostly liberal, and judging by their applause, they overwhelmingly supported same-sex marriage. To say that it was a hostile atmosphere would probably be an understatement. In fact, some of Ryan's friends warned him that by going on the show, he was throwing himself to the sharks. Now, pause for a moment and think about how you would feel in that situation. You're on CNN debating same-sex marriage in front of millions of people with 2 popular TV personalities in front of a hostile crowd. Now, most of us would be utterly terrified. We'd be sweating bullets and our hearts would be beating 1,000,000 miles per minute. But that's not how Ryan felt. When you watch the short debate, what strikes you most of all is how Ryan radiates confidence. Now, it wasn't arrogance, don't get me wrong. It was a sure confidence in his beliefs. Every time the hosts tried to refute his argument or mock him or undermine his case, Ryan was never shaken. He remained calm, and he always had a confident reply. It was so impressive. But where did that confidence come from? Well, here's the answer. Ryan was confident because he was eminently clear about the topic. He was clear about what marriage is and why it matters. In other words, he was clear about his own views. And he was also clear about the opposing views. He knew them inside and out. He knew the best arguments in support of same-sex marriage, and he knew exactly how to respond to each one. Ryan clearly understood both sides of the debate, and that gave him remarkable confidence. What Ryan shows us is that the biggest secret to becoming a confident Catholic is clarity. When you get clear about those three things, your own beliefs, the best objections to your beliefs, and how to clearly answer those objections, then you can't help but be confident. You can walk into almost any situation, even a imminently hostile one like the CNN debate, and know that you won't be nervous, you won't be afraid, and you won't be tongue-tied. You'll be confident, and it's because your mind is clear. So that's the biggest secret to becoming a confident Catholic: clarity. You need to get clear about your faith. But I know what you're probably thinking. You're thinking, great, I understand I need to get clear, but that sounds like a lot of work. How do I do that? Well, making any improvement, no matter how big or how small, is rarely easy. It takes time and it can be difficult. But with that being said, I've got good news. You can improve. You can gain clarity. Nothing's holding you back. Let's look at the facts. Every year, there are more and more Catholics just like you and me discovering how to become more confident. In fact, I'd say there are more confident Catholics than ever before. With the amount of information, tools, websites, and resources, it's never been easier for Catholics to get clear and confident about their faith. Now, I'm not saying it's easy. I'm saying it's never been easier. That's why now is such a great time to get clear about your faith. And I want to help you do that, which is why I've created a brand new project for you. It's called Claritas U, and it's the best way to get clear about your faith. Now imagine how it will feel to finally have an answer whenever your faith is under pressure. Imagine never having to avoid difficult, hot-button issues because you're clear about what to say and how to say it. Imagine being connected to several other people who are on the same journey as you, all committed to becoming clear and confident Catholics. Well, that's what Claritas U is all about, and that's why I'm so passionate about it. So what exactly is Claritas U? Well, let me break it down. Claritas U is the world's best place to get clear about your faith. It's an online community for Catholics who want to master the hardest challenges to their faith. There are so many cool parts to Claritas U, and I only want to touch on them briefly, but I think you're going to love each of them. First are the courses. Now, this is where you'll get clear about specific topics such as atheism or same-sex marriage. My goal was to make it as quick and as easy as possible for you to get up to speed on these issues. Many Catholics get overwhelmed when they try to learn all this stuff by themselves. They spend lots and lots of hours researching topics like these, but they usually get overwhelmed because there are so many books, so many websites, so many videos and articles and programs all over the place that it's tough to know even where to begin. As we've all experienced, sometimes too much information or too many resources can be a bad thing. That's why I've carefully put together these courses to give you exactly what you need in order to become clear and confident about each topic. I pull together the best tips and advice for you in a simple, tight series of lessons. Now, each course spans 2 months. I found that 2 months is the right amount of time to master a specific topic. If you spend just a few weeks on it, then you usually don't cover enough and you often forget most of what you learned anyway. And if you spend longer than 2 months, you'll start spinning your wheels and wasting your time, and the gains will start to diminish. So we're going to spend 2 months on each topic, the whole community all together focusing on just one issue. Now, during those 2 months, you'll receive 1 video each week. That's it, just 1 video each week. So it's not overwhelming and it's doable even for extremely busy people like you and me. Each video is only around 10 minutes long. So that means if you can carve out just 10 minutes a week to watch each video, then you'll be clear and confident by the end of each course. Again, it's easy and it's quick. Now, each one of these courses includes 5 to 6 main video lessons, and in the lessons, you'll get clear about a few things. First, the topic in general, then the Catholic view on that topic, and then the best objections to the Catholic view, and finally, how to respond to those objections and discuss the issue effectively. Each course also includes an expert video interview on the topic. So this is where you'll hear from the best of the best Catholic experts. This includes people such as Father Robert Spitzer, Ryan Anderson, who I mentioned earlier in this video, Dr. Brant Petrie, and many, many more. Each course also has a book talk video where you'll discover the best books on each topic. So after you've watched the 5 or 6 videos in the course, if you still want more, I'll share with you the best books to go even further. Finally, every course features a live Q&A session where you can ask me whatever questions you have about the topic, however silly or easy or hard, whatever questions you have, I'm here to answer. Now, just to give you a little preview, the first 2 courses for Claritas U members will be on atheism and same-sex marriage. Now, in my experience, these are the 2 hardest, most intimidating topics for Catholics to feel confident about, so that's where we're going to start. From there, we'll be covering issues such as the Bible, transgenderism, abortion, and how to show that Jesus was really God. Now, I want to be clear, the point isn't just to languish on hard, hot-button issues. My ultimate goal is not just to have you feel confident about these particular topics. My ultimate goal is to help you become a better evangelist, someone who is able to share your faith freely and help other people to encounter Jesus Christ. But for many of our friends and family, issues like atheism and same-sex marriage are real stumbling blocks in the road. And until we help them overcome those issues, they'll never be interested in talking about Jesus or the Catholic Church. So that's why we're starting with these controversial issues. Also, as I said, if you can feel confident discussing things like atheism and same-sex marriage, you'll feel way more confident talking about Jesus, the Bible, or the church. After those topics, you can talk about anything effectively. Okay, the next cool resource at Claritas U is the Quick Wins videos. These are short, punchy answers to hard questions that you've likely received. Each video is only 1 or 2 minutes long, so these are the perfect length when you're in a rush and you just need a quick answer. Some of the questions include, does faith contradict science? Or where is that in the Bible? If you've heard those questions before and you weren't quite sure what to say, then you'll love these Quick Wins videos. The third cool resource is the live training. I mentioned this a few minutes ago. During every course, there will be at least one live Q&A session where you can ask me whatever you want. It's like me and you going out for coffee and talking about whatever you're struggling with or whatever's on your mind. So I think that will really help you and that you'll really enjoy it. Fourth is the private community. I'm so excited about this. For many people, this will be the best part of Claritas U. This community is a place where you gather with tons of other Catholics who are on the same journey as you to find support, encouragement, and friendship. There are several discussion forums within the community area. For example, there's a separate forum for each of the courses, so you can dip in and chat about what you're learning and pose any questions that you have about the video lessons. There's also a special forum called How Should I Respond?, where you can lay out a difficult situation and then others will chime in with recommendations. There's also a prayer request area so we can all support each other in prayer. And oh, did I mention, we have lots and lots of priests in our community. This is because Claritas U is free for priests and religious. That means we always have priests joining in on the discussion. In fact, we have a special section of the community area called Ask a Priest, where you can ask them any questions you have, even questions you might be afraid to ask your parish priest. We have priests in the community who would love to talk with you. You know, I've been part of so many online communities and discussion forums, and oftentimes they're just kind of slapped together. They look ugly and clunky. They don't function well. They're hard to navigate, and you usually don't stay plugged in. But the Claritas U community is different. These forums were custom designed just for you, so they look beautiful, they're easy to use, and they work great on any device, even your phone or your tablet. So that's a sneak peek at Claritas U. Now, it's not quite open yet. I know you're probably super eager to get in and get help, but we're making a few final tweaks and adjustments here and there on the back end. But here's the important note. The doors at Claritas U will finally open this Thursday, March 16th at 8 a.m. Eastern Time. So this Thursday morning. But here's the thing. Like any college or university, the enrollment window for Claritas U is limited. You will only be able to get into Claritas U during the next week. After this week, the doors will close and they will not open again for new members for at least 6 months, until next September at the earliest. Now, why am I doing that? Because I don't want to spend every single month trying to reach out and draw in new members and promote and market Claritas U. Instead, I'd rather spend my time and energies helping you. I want to focus on welcoming you next week. I want to show you the ropes and then spend all the upcoming months helping you to get clear and confident about your faith. So that means, however, you have to be ready on Thursday to sign up, because again, if you miss the enrollment window, you will be locked out. You won't be able to get in for at least 6 months. And then when it reopens in September, the price will also be significantly higher. So I really don't want you to miss out. I really don't want you to feel disappointed. I know there's going to be people emailing me after it's closed, asking to get in, but once the doors are closed, the doors are closed. So stay tuned for Thursday morning. I'll send you one last email and video letting you know when the doors are open. So be ready, get excited, and I'll see you on Thursday.